So I think it's about time I address you Cody Rhodes fans again. And speaking of fans, if you hear something blowing in the background, it's a fan, just like Cody Rhodes fans. I know y'all can probably relate because that's all you do all day long anyways, is you get on your hands and knees and you blow Cody Rhodes. And it don't matter if it's factual, it just matters that you're fanboys and you love to blow smoke up your boy's ass. But there was a promo a couple of weeks ago, and it was between John Cena and Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes said something along the lines of pretty much like John Cena only got where he is because of Vince McMahon. Cody Rhodes got where he is because the fans got behind him and the fans love him. So I felt like, first of all, I know that's bullshit because I was actually around and I actually went to a WWE event, SmackDown, in October of 2003 here in Atlanta, Georgia. And I heard the fans applauding John Cena. I heard how over the man was, live and in living color. Because you see, back in like 02, Cena debuted on the main roster in 02, and he took a nosedive. He wasn't doing too good. They were on the verge of firing him, but you know what he did? He thought outside the box. And with the help of Stephanie McMahon, well, I would say the only thing she really did was overhear him doing some freestyle on a bus. And she encouraged him, hey, do that on TV. And so he took that and he ran with it. He took a talent. You hear that talent that he had and still does, I'm sure. And he put it on national television. Became the doctor of thugonomics. And you know what he did? He got over with the fans because at that point, Vince didn't really give a fuck about Cena. He was going to fire him. So that whole line about, oh, you only got where you are because of Vince McMahon, that's bullshit. Let's be factual. Let's be honest. Cody burned and roasted John Cena. No, he didn't. He can't even tell the truth. He is a babyface. He is supposed to go out there and be honest. Not supposed to make shit up. But he does. Time and time again. And you people just overlook it. You act like, oh my God, that was the greatest thing ever. And it's probably because a lot of you have not actually seen great promos. You haven't actually seen guys that can go out and roast on the mic. Or as you say, cook. I haven't actually seen that. And it's kind of a shame because you have all the access in the world with YouTube, Rumble, Daily Motion. You have all the avenues to go down to explore actual great shit talkers. But you instead choose to settle for a mediocre mid-carder. But now that we've explained Cody Rhodes was full of shit on that, what I've found funny as well in the promo is if he isn't making shit up and flat out lying, he's bringing up irrelevant shit. So then he goes on to say, after Cena buried the fuck out of him, he goes on to say, oh, well, John, at least they've never said you can't wrestle to me. And I'm sitting there and I'm thinking like, okay, that's relevant how? 2015, 2016, maybe? The last time the fans actually said you can't wrestle to Cena? Because guess what? Then he started going to Hollywood. And when he would come back, guess what? The fans would cheer him. They would actually say, the people I know would message me saying, I kind of miss Cena. I know I hated him before, but I kind of miss him now. And every time you would hear him come back, the applause became more and more and more and more. And we're going to get into that here in a second about people having to turn heel for the sake of Cody Rhodes. But you see, that's the problem when you take a mid-carder and you try to put him in the main event and you try to elevate, which honestly, the main event is supposed to be the top of the card. But when you take somebody in the middle of the card and put them up at the top of the card, you don't elevate it. You bring the top of the card down to the mid-card. And that's exactly what has happened with Cody Rhodes. So I just think it's funny listening to you Cody Rhodes fans talk about, Oh, he roasted John Cena. Oh, he cooked John Cena. No, he didn't. And I'm one of the biggest John Cena haters on this entire website. Have been for years. But I'm telling you, no, he didn't. Cena was going on about how Cody Rhodes sounds like a 16-year-old with anxiety that's still nervous about public speaking. And Cody's response was, well, you did a movie with Zac Efron and you wish he was 16. Okay, when has Cena ever said he wished Zac Efron was 16? Know what I mean? Like, I'm just saying, if you're going to make an insult, I think the best ones are fact-based. And when you listen back to what Cena said, everything he said was true. Cody Rhodes, damn near everything he said was bullshit. Is that what a babyface is supposed to do? Come out and BS the crowd? That's what I'm saying. Cody Rhodes is not a good babyface. But then you factor in who's behind Cody Rhodes' push, which makes this whole thing that Cody's saying, oh no, you're only where you are because of Vince McMahon. Cody is only where he is because of one man, and that is Triple H. So let's be factual and let's be real about this. In 2022, when Cody Rhodes returned, who did he wrestle? They didn't even have him on Raw or anything building up to WrestleMania. It was a big surprise. Cody Rhodes was going to face Seth Rollins. Faced him and beat him. Wrestled him two more times, I think, in 2022. Then Cody gets injured. And he's out for 10 months or so. Now, up until that point in 2022, nobody's sitting there saying, oh my God, Cody Rhodes needs to end Roman Reigns' streak. Needs to end Roman Reigns' historic title reign. Nobody's saying that. So to say, I won the fans over by doing this. No, you didn't win the fans over by shit. Yeah, was it cool to see him say, like, wrestle injured and, okay, that's cool. But at the same time, nobody's clamoring, oh, this guy should beat Roman Reigns. Nobody's saying that. It was a decision made to have him go win the Royal Rumble, which nobody was asking for. And it was damn well obvious when he came out number 30 that he's going to win. But even I went back and listened to the reaction because I wanted to hear it. And it wasn't that big of a reaction. It really wasn't. Because nobody was asking for that. And then you factor in that Cody Rhodes winning the Royal Rumble. That's one thing, right? But was it Cody Rhodes people were truly interested in? Or was it seeing the downfall of an established storyline built by Roman Reigns, Paul Heyman, the Usos? I'm talking about the bloodline. It was that established storyline. Hard work put in by others for years. It was designed and built for The Rock to be the guy. And when The Rock came back to be that guy, Cody had his shot in 2023, walked right in to an already established angle, to an already established champion with a historic title reign. And all Cody had to do was stand in that ring and become a pussy and cry like a little bitch. Oh, my daddy didn't win the title. Oh, my daddy. Hey, did you guys know my daddy's Dusty Rhodes? And he always wanted to win the WWE title, but he never got to. He never got to, guys. Come on, you gotta love me. And we're supposed to believe this was natural. We're supposed to believe he naturally won the fans over. No, the fuck he didn't. They played the sympathy card so much that that's all it was. It was the finish of something his daddy never did. That was the story. It wasn't about Cody Rhodes. It was about Dusty Rhodes. It was about Roman Reigns as a dominant champion. Because if it truly was just about becoming a champion in WWE, then why in 2024 did Cody Rhodes get his little boo-boo face when he was asked to step aside So the guy that was originally set to finish off the bloodline came back. And Cody would go wrestle Seth Rollins for the world title. He put on his little pouty face and was unprofessional as fuck. And I know Cody Rhodes is extremely unprofessional because I remember watching, and I've probably mentioned this before, back in like 2008, Cody Rhodes had debuted on the main roster. And they were having him tag team with Bob Holly. And you could see this turmoil and this bitterness from Cody Rhodes. He wouldn't even tag Bob Holly in matches. Bob Holly spoke about it and said that, yeah, Cody Rhodes was really a diva behind the scenes and was getting mad at him over things because the fans were starting to like Bob Holly more than Cody Rhodes. So that tells you right off the bat, Cody has an ego problem. Has an ego problem. And I don't know what planet this motherfucker has to be living on to think that he's more worthy of a main event at WrestleMania than The Rock. Like one of the biggest stars on planet Earth. To sit there and think that you're going to politic and try to cost him, because let's be real. When he was talking about it, Cody said that he was told to point at Seth Rollins and he deliberately disobeyed orders and pointed at Roman Reigns instead. And you could see a look on Roman's face like, what the fuck? You're not supposed to do that. And I could see a guy like Triple H, a known backstage politician, pulling Cody aside and saying, you know what? Fuck those plans. We're going to basically sabotage The Rock because I don't give a fuck what Triple H says. I think he still hates The Rock. I think there's still jealousy and bitterness there. I really do believe that. And I think that's what screwed up that whole WrestleMania 40 match with The Rock and Roman Reigns where they were going to fight each other. So when you have that kind of stuff going on and you have a known egomaniac that is now been elevated to the main event and he thinks that he deserves this push and he's trying to convince fans that he earned it when he was just fucking handed everything, a spot that was never meant for him. He was never meant to be the guy to end that. But you wishy-washy piece of shit fucking fans do what you always do and you ruin a good thing. Oh, we want this guy back. Boo. Boo. Fuck this guy. We don't like him no more. Oh, we want this. You get it? Boo. It sucks. It's ass. We don't like it. Oh, hey, you know what? Oh, let's get Brock back. We want Brock Lesnar back. He's UFC, but bring him back to WWE. Undertaker tries to get him back. Y'all are all for it. Then he beats The Undertaker. Y'all throw y'all's little bitch fits. Y'all complain. Y'all cry. He becomes WWE champion because he ended the streak. Oh my God, he's not wrestling all the time. He doesn't love us. Y'all got serious daddy issues or something to think these grown men that sign contracts that are doing their jobs as performers owe you anything other than what's in their damn contract. And that's a problem you wrestling fans have always had. And that's been the downfall of wrestling for decades. It all started out from what I remember as a wrestling fan with The Rock. Oh, The Rock's going to Hollywood. Boo. Boo. Oh, fuck The Rock. And then you little bitches cry and piss and moan. He turns heel. He becomes Hollywood Rock. What do? You start cheering him again. Because you're fake, flip-floppy, two-faced, lying sacks of shit. That's just what it is. Y'all don't know what you want. With me, because I've had people saying I'm a hypocrite. I now like John Cena. I always wanted him to turn heel. I have old rant videos that prove that. That's all I ever wanted. Just do your job. Turn heel. The Iron Sheik got stabbed. Roddy Piper got stabbed. Because they did their job and they were heel. They got booed by the fans. And they actually lived that life. And I always hated the fact that Cena would get booed, but portray himself as this goody two-shoe. And I'm like, come on, dude. Give us the heel turn. So we got it. Right? After all these years, we get it. And we had waited years and years and years and years. And when we finally got what we had waited on all those years, just like the match with Rock and Roman, and who's there to ruin it? Cody Rhodes. Because John Cena's first heel promo in 22 years, shouldn't it be about John Cena telling the fans off? Because how many, even though I don't like him, and I haven't liked him, I say I don't like him. I think I do like him now. I think all my aggression and my anger was due to the fact that I felt like he was politicking to not turn heel. But then I hear him on Chris Van Vliet, and he said, well, actually, in 2012, he was prepared to turn heel. New music, new merchandise, new wrestling gear. But Vince pulled the plug. So I'm like, well, that kind of changes my thoughts on that. Because if Cena was willing to do it, then I have to respect that. It means he was willing to do what he was supposed to do. He was just towing the company line and doing what Vince was asking him to do. But that's something that I, along with many other fans, had waited for a long time. We finally get it. And are you fucking kidding me? Cena comes out, he's going off on the fans. And then this little whiny bitch, Cody Rhodes, who, let's keep in mind, has been heel. Since he left WWE, turned heel, he was talking shit to fans. Comes out and has the audacity to interrupt John Cena's promo that we've all been waiting for all these years. And you know why that is? Because that's what it's designed for. Cena's last year in WWE is just like what Rock and Roman was. All for the sake of Cody Rhodes. All so we can make everything about Cody Rhodes. A promo that should have been about a man who got treated like shit by fans, booing him, throwing shit at him. If Cena wins, we riot. Even though I definitely agreed with those things. I can understand from that point of view where he's now going to go off on the fans. And I'm like, shit, I'm ready for it. Just to have Cody Rhodes come out and kiss their ass? Are you stupid? That'd be like when Hogan turned heel. Fans are throwing trash in the ring, and Macho Man jumps right back up and's just, fuck you, Hogan. Ooh, yeah. And starts going off on Hogan. Or the next night on Nitro, Macho Man or Luger or Sting come out and interrupt Hogan while he's doing his promo, going off on the fans again. No, because Hogan was given the time to get that heel heat and actually be able to move forward. And you know what happened? The NWO took off. They kicked WWF's ass for 83 straight weeks. You're not going to have that kind of success having Cody Rhodes come out and be there every single time. Seeing as you don't even let Cena do a promo. His first heel promo in 22 years, but Cody Rhodes has to be there. It's stupid. It's stupid. So, it's yet again all for the sake of one person, and that person ain't John Cena. Just like when we go back to after Cody lost at WrestleMania 39 and his redemption, he's got to do his redemption. And that night on Raw after he lost at WrestleMania 39, out of the blue, Brock Lesnar turns heel. Who was that to benefit? It sure as fuck wasn't to benefit Brock Lesnar. It sure as hell made no sense. But that was another major star turning heel. Also, Cody Rhodes could be relevant. Also, Cody Rhodes could have now a new feud. And anybody watching that, if you thought for 1 second it was any bit believable that Cody Rhodes could go toe-to-toe with Brock, take Brock's best shots, you're lying to yourself. It was never believable. But that's what happened. And Brock had to carry that feud. I want you to really think about it. Tell me the last feud that Cody Rhodes actually carried. Tell me when the WWE hasn't come in and protected his ass. Because they have time and time and time again. Even the promo where Cena went off on him 2 weeks ago and was like burying the hell out of this guy. Talking about, you're my chauffeur. They give the heartbeat of this company to my chauffeur. Bam, dude, like, holy shit. That's a good burn. And then he ends it off by talking about how Cody just takes money from the kids of billionaires. Basically, you just took money from Tony Khan. I build empires. I'm John Cena. I helped build the WWE to what it is now. You didn't build AEW. You just took money and called yourself an EVP. You just took money from Tony Khan. That's all you really did. You didn't earn being EVP. You didn't earn that title. It was handed to you. And that's a fact. Anybody tell me what Cody Rhodes did to earn being the EVP of AEW? He didn't do shit. It was handed to him. It was handed to the Young Bucks. It was handed to Kenny Omega. It just was. But that's what Cody Rhodes is used to. He's used to having shit handed to him. My point is, Cody Rhodes should have never became the WWE champion. The WWE should never listen to a bunch of egotistical, self-centered, selfish-ass fans that want to make the show all about themselves. And if you don't believe me, anybody that says these European crowds are so awesome, I want you to really analyze what these crowds are all about. And these are your Cody Rhodes fans. These are the fans that look in the mirror and simultaneously look at WWE, and they're watching Cody Rhodes and they're looking in the mirror and they see Cody Rhodes and they're like, oh my God, that looks like me. Just like with Daniel Bryan, oh my God, that looks like me. And that's why you fuckers push so hard for these jobbers to be in the main event, because you're trying to live vicariously through them. And it couldn't be any more obvious than when you're sitting your asses in the crowd and you got a man like John Cena trying to cut his first heel promo in 22 years and you fuckers can't shut up. Making it all about yourselves. Hijacking the segment. Singing Cody Rhodes' song. Singing Cody Rhodes' name. Proving every point that Cena was making. And that is exactly the problem with the WWE fan base. And that is exactly why when Cody won the title, I was already saying, hey, these fans are going to turn on his ass. They're going to absolutely turn on Cody Rhodes, and he's going to be getting booed. But what does Triple H do? He goes to the markiest crowds overseas. He goes to France for Backlash. He goes to a couple other overseas places for a couple of the other PLEs. It's all to save time. And so his little boy, his golden goose, Cody Rhodes, can get more cheers. Because let's be honest, those overseas crowds are not the brightest. They will sit there and they'll sing their soccer chants. They'll say, ole, ole. I'm like, shut the fuck up. Nobody cares. You are not entertaining. I'm sitting here as a fan of wrestling for going on, 35 years. 35 years I've been watching. And never in my life have I been so bored by a crowd. Because that's all these people want to do, is they want the spotlight on themselves. And they want the spotlight on mid-carders that don't deserve to be in the main event. And that drags the whole damn company down. It does. It makes it less enjoyable for the casual fan. Why do you think the fucking ratings have gone down? SmackDown, let's talk about SmackDown specifically. Even when they were on Fox, SmackDown consistently Got 2 million plus viewers with Roman Reigns as the guy. Roman Reigns building that bloodline storyline with Paul Heyman and the Usos. It was consistency. It was something fans cared about. It was something they were interested in. You put that damn belt on Cody Rhodes and into the fucking ground the ratings went. And that's something you dumb fucks can never get through your heads because you don't understand. Most people don't think like you. Most people don't turn to entertainment to be self-absorbed and view themselves as the hero everybody loves. But that's what you people do. You don't pick people based on merit to be the top guy. You don't go with who's the right choice. You go with basically another way for you all to say, oh, look, we gave WWE the ultimatum and we showed them who's boss. Even though you're a vocal minority. Goddamn, go look at Cody Rhodes' X account. He only has 2 million followers. He's not that fucking popular. I don't give a damn what Banana Beak says. This dumb fuck, head of creative, insulting his own fans. All the internet fans. Bitch, you're talking about Cody Rhodes fans. You know that, right? Cody Rhodes fans are internet fans. So how are you on one hand going to sit here and shit on the majority of Cody Rhodes fans and then turn right around and claim Cody Rhodes this merchandise seller? First of all, I'd like to analyze that and see how many items Cody has compared to the rest of the roster. And secondly, WWE can lie about their merch sales. And knowing the kind of guy Triple H is, I wouldn't put it past him. I really wouldn't. The shit that I saw on SmackDown technically now is last night. Again, I saw a man in Cody Rhodes cutting his little promo and saying shit that makes no sense. How are you going to sit there and tell John Cena he's got a stack of dimes for a neck when his neck is 2 to 3 times the size of yours? Going to make fun of the size of his legs when they're bigger than yours? How are you going to sit here and make fun of somebody's physique when they're more jacked than you are? And not only more jacked than you are, but he's fucking 48 years old. A 48-year-old man, and you're going to make fun of his skin complexion because he's not that dark. It's like, dude, Cody, you're not that much darker than him. So all of Cody's insults make no sense. Well, I'm sorry, I guess the proper way to say it, none of Cody's insults make any sense. But you little chirping birds sit there and chirp, 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 chirp. Just like you're told, don't you? Don't you? Or do you? Because I don't know, I heard some boos for Cody. So I think maybe, just maybe, even these overseas fans are starting to grow tired of Cody Rhodes. And when that happens, when even the markiest of mark fans start to turn on your golden goose, you got a fucking problem. People have had enough of Cody Rhodes. And while it might have been Triple H's intention for the sake of Cody Rhodes to turn Cena heel, maybe, just maybe, this will be the downfall of Cody Rhodes. Because I can tell you one thing, WWE might pipe in cheers for Cody here and there. Or again, a lot of these fans are so dumb, they'll cheer for anything, even if it's a shitty insult. So I'll tell you, Cody Rhodes fans, this. I truly believe that come Sunday, night 2 of WrestleMania, I believe your boy's going to get booed. I believe he is going to get his ass booed and booed and booed. And guess what? He's not going to have a microphone to sit there and bullshit his way through it. He's not going to have anything to sit there and save his ass from the boos. And guess what else? If he wins, it's going to be even worse. Because I think finally we're getting to the point. People have seen enough of Cody Rhodes. They've had enough. They're done. And it's, I guess, on to the next guy. Honestly, WWE should get behind Braun Breaker. He's the future of the company. He's 26, 27 years old. That's who they should be focused on. Not a goddamn mid-carder that has to use his daddy's name and has to use The Rock and Brock Lesnar. And, oh, did I even mention when his first run was AJ Styles? Oh, he had to have AJ Styles turn heel. Triple H is so creative, guys. So creative. He had to rehash a storyline from what, 10, 15 years ago, where Mark Henry fake retired and cried and all that shit. And he had to rehash that through AJ Styles, all for the sake of his boy Cody Rhodes. And that wasn't enough because Cody couldn't carry the title. Cody couldn't carry that feud. AJ had to. And then guess what? Because it keeps going and going and going. And the pattern is here. So Cody beats Roman. We're backtracking a little. At WrestleMania 40. That's the end. That's it. And because Roman lost, Solo Sikoa becomes the tribal chief. Takes it upon himself to crown himself the tribal chief. So Solo gets a match with Cody Rhodes. Roman Reigns comes out, makes his big epic return, gets the biggest pop of the night. Boom, costs Solo the match. Now Cody Rhodes, being the big star that you all think he is, what does Cody Rhodes do after this? Does he go on and defend his title against someone else and be the main talk of the company? Be the actual star that you think he is? No. He's got to leech off of Roman again, just like he did for the build to WrestleMania 39 and WrestleMania 40, because Cody Rhodes on his own is worthless. He needs Roman Reigns. He needed to team up with him at Bad Blood. And you know why that is? Because Roman Reigns and the Bloodline are more interesting than anything Cody Rhodes was doing. So Big Nose sticks his boy in there to keep him relevant, to keep him interesting, just like he sticks him in front of these overseas crowds all that time that he did, to keep them cheering for him, to keep him relevant, to make it seem like... And when you think about it, all that work, all that effort for a damn mid-carder. Imagine if they put half that effort in the Braun Breaker. But you see, really they don't have to, because Braun is already a star. And Braun is already going out and performing and making a name for himself. And he don't have to sit there and rely, oh, I'm Rick Steiner's son. Oh, Scotty Steiner's my uncle. He don't have to do that in promos. Do you know why? Because he's damn impressive in the matches that he has. The face-off he had with Jacob Fatu, people talked about that. Just the face-off. The spear that he did to Carlito running down the aisle. Impressive. People talk about that. Notice how different that is from Cody Rhodes. Notice how different that is. Braun Breaker actually going out, making a name for himself, not having to give some damn sob story, just being a badass. Just being that guy, and fans naturally flock to that. Cody Rhodes, not so much. And Cody Rhodes has the guy, the head of creative, patting him on the back and saying, don't worry, champ. Everything's going to be just fine. Hell, everything's going to be just fine. Because guess what? You just mooched off of Roman Reigns. You just leeched off of that guy. Oh, up next. Oh, we're going to turn Kevin Owens heel. We got to make you interesting, Cody, because you ain't interesting on your own. So another heel turn. Another heel turn. I mean, let's keep track here. Let's think about this. And I could be missing some, but we got Brock Lesnar the night after WrestleMania 39. Bam, won. We got AJ Styles, pretty much after WrestleMania 40. We got Kevin Owens. Fall to winter, late 2023. That's 3. And yeah, of course, John Cena, after being booed for years and years and years, finally, fans love him and cheer him and appreciate him. And they turn him heel. Why do you think that is? It's the same reason as the other 3. Because Cody Rhodes, on his own, ain't worth the shit. So they needed to make it interesting. And you don't do that if he's a true main event player. You do that if he's a mid-carder dragging the main event down to his level. Then you have to take something and make it happen. That's why they did it before WrestleMania. Because I was of the belief they should have waited until WrestleMania. But that's the problem with Triple H. And again, that's the problem when you drag the main event down to the mid-card. And I will say it over and over and over and over again. When you drag the top of the card down to the middle of the card, that's what happens. You have to do these things to make shit interesting because your boy is not. And that's why, a big reason why WrestleMania 41's build hasn't really been that good, because you've got a champion that isn't main event worthy, and you're having to water down, I'll say it, one of the best talkers that WWE has had, definitely in the modern era. Cena's up there. And you got to water him down so this mid-card bitch can look like he belongs in the main event. And that's sad. Because what I saw on SmackDown last night wasn't Cody Rhodes cooking John Cena. It was Cody Rhodes cooking Cody Rhodes. And John Cena sitting there and didn't say anything in response. I want you to go back and look when John Cena and The Rock went back and forth. Cena responded back. It wasn't just letting The Rock say something. Like, Cena would say stuff back. They are protecting their mid-card piece of trash because they want Cody Rhodes to be their guy. But guess what? Like I said earlier, even the biggest marks are starting to turn on this boy. So just while all you Cody Rhodes fans start doing what you do best and you start crying again during WrestleMania Night 2 and your boy's getting booed and Cena's getting cheered and you're so confused. You're all confused because, let's be honest, that's how you live your lives. You wake up confused. You go to bed confused. Sleep, you're confused in your dreams. You're just confused. But when that happens, just remember, I told you so. I told you so. And hopefully, WWE learns their damn lesson and starts pushing actual stars to the top of the card so this piece of shit can stop weighing the company down.